To travel now, yay to be able to say that. And under level 2, we have a unique opportunity to see our beautiful country without busloads of tourists. So let's get out there as we can. Here with advice on the best places to take advantage of in this lull is travel journalist Debbie Griffiths. Good morning, Debbie. Nice to see you.
Hi, Carly. Nice to be back and excited to get back travelling as we can within the restrictions, of course. So slowly does it, but we'll get there.
Oh, it's so exciting to be almost forced to explore our own backyard, which many of us are so guilty of not doing before we nip overseas. But tell me, are Kiwis actually rushing back into travel yet?
It is a cautious start. I know that a lot of people have been really eager to see their friends and family. So a couple of nights here, a bit of a jump over to there. So it's very, very cautious because, of course, we haven't quite, cut it out completely. We still do need to travel and follow the restrictions. So washing hands, avoiding big groups, everything like that to make sure we keep squashing that curve. But more and more, we're going to be able to venture out further and further. We've got the country to ourselves at the moment. Let's face it, we don't have those millions of tourists that we attract every single year. And we are very lucky to live in the most beautiful country in the world. So let's take advantage of it. Let's get out there and start exploring.
Absolutely. I've been looking at some of the specials around too, as far as hotels or bungee jumping. There's some great deals to be had at the moment to support local. So what destinations should we have at the top of our to-do list?
Well, anything that you have usually ticked off your list or crossed off your list because you've been thinking, well, it's far too busy, far too crowded with tourists. So there are not busloads of tourists everywhere at the moment. Places like Milford Sound, Queenstown, that are normally really buzzing and hectic feeling, are now really quiet and a really beautiful time with all the ski fields about to open, of course, as well. Places like Rotorua, I think it's really underestimated by New Zealanders. It is a beautiful destination, really great food there as well, and great local artisans that you can try. Taupo is another really great place. Go to the winterless north, of course. It is winter, and don't be afraid to travel in winter. Some of my best family holidays have been in winter. So Paihia, Waitangi Treaty Grounds are now pretty empty at the moment. So oh, and Waitomo Caves. Have you ever been to Waitomo Caves? It's just stunning.
Yeah, funny you say that, Debbie. Both Rotorua and Waitomo are places we've been to in the previous July school holidays because we weren't in a position to head overseas, and we have thoroughly enjoyed both of those places, and the kids have too.
Yes, great family destinations for the kids and something to tick off for every New Zealander. We should see those mud pools and geysers and glowworms. We've got this opportunity right now. And I mean, support local as well. A really great insider tip. I've been talking to moteliers. They've really done it hard over lockdown. Zero occupancy, of course. Here's a great tip I want to share with you. Go and do your research on like the booking websites and everything, but then go directly to the motelier. What that does is it means the motelier gets all of the money that you're paying. They don't have to pay a commission to that overseas entity. They also are able to give you great personal service. So you're very likely to get a room upgrade. You get the best room they can manage, and it's really easy to cancel if you need to cancel. So go directly to the moteliers and really support locally.
Do you know what? I actually really like your part of the woods, and I haven't been to the Bay of Plenty, to the Maise Tauranga for a long time. How is the Bay coping at the moment?
It's good. I mean, we do have a lot of tourism, of course, but we're very lucky to have the gorgeous coastline that we have. And Moa, of course, we all go walking up there. The tracks have reopened in the last few weeks, so we have been able to go walking. And Papamoa Hills is another gorgeous one. Sentinel Rock up the Kaimai Mamaku Ranges. We're very lucky, and we welcome you all here. Come to the Bay of Plenty. We've got lots for you to check out. It is gorgeous in the winter.
Some gorgeous food there too. Are you making changes to the way that you travel post-COVID, Debbie? Because this is your job.
Yeah. Well, just keeping really in mind of trying to keep in my bubble as much as I can. I do have family members that are at risk, so I don't want us to spike back up again. We all want to avoid that, let's face it. So we are treading carefully and trying to keep sanitizing, keep hygienic, keeping social distancing where we can. But I notice that everyone's being really great about that. I've been out to a few cafes recently. Everyone's being really great with the contact tracing, really onto it. So we're all doing our bit and we're carrying on. So if we can just travel safely, this is a really unique opportunity to see our own country when it's really nice and quiet. So I really do recommend you do that.
Do you know what I've noticed as well? During lockdown and level 3, where we were crossing the road and avoiding other people, I've sort of noticed, even though we're still keeping our social distancing, people are smiling a lot more. People are happy to be out and about, and the gorgeous weather that we've had for a lot of this season has certainly made people smile.
You know what? This morning I've been out playing tennis with my social tennis ladies for the first time in 8 weeks, and it feels fantastic to be out. There's a real sense of camaraderie, isn't there? There's this real sense of we've been through this together. Yeah, absolutely. And some people have really struggled, and I really hear them, a lot of the travel industry people. But if we can just support local, there's some really great pages on Facebook as well for supporting local, like Buy New Zealand Made or Shop Locally. So do look for those websites. I found an artist who lives just up the road from me. I had no idea she existed. I'm definitely going to her art space to have a look. There's a carver in Whakatane that I intend to do a road trip down and see him because his work is amazing. We live in this country with some super talented New Zealanders, and we're so proud of ourselves right now, and well done us. You know, we're doing great. So let's support each other through the rest of this and climb that hill back up.
So finish this sentence for us, Debbie. Winter is the perfect time to...
Oh goodness, I'm thinking, well, the glowworm caves, of course, because you don't have to worry about the weather in the glowworm caves. Stargazing, it's gets darker earlier, so go stargazing. Tekapo, Great Barrier Island has an amazing stargazing place. I'll come to you to do that. Go and check out Waiheke Island with the wineries. It's absolutely stunning in winter. Yeah, don't be afraid to travel in winter. And north, go north. I mean, the winterless north, subtropical climate up in Northland. So go see the top of our country. It's really spectacular.
Yeah. Just finally, Debbie, I know that lots of the, obviously all the different tourism places around the country, your Hawke's Bay, your Taupo, your Queenstown, they're all now competing, aren't they? And they're coming up with some pretty clever ways to get locals to come to their region.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just this great opportunity, isn't it? I mean, yeah, everyone's really rallying and really banding together, and you can see, and I think you'll see more over the next few weeks as well, as we want to inspire more and more travel and more people going and see the regions. So many people in New Zealanders have a really, they do this, they go overseas and they spend a lot of money. There's actually been a survey carried out where people go overseas, they spend lots of money overseas, but when we travel locally, we tend to not want to spend as much money. Let's get rid of that mindset, okay? Let's share it around. Let's support each other and really spend some money. If you've got some money to spare, then buy locally and go into the regions and just explore. I mean, we look so much like Norway, for example, with our Alpine region down south. We've just got all these regions that you'd swear it's somewhere else in the world that we'd always wanted to go to on our bucket list. It's not. It's right here in New Zealand. We've got the subtropical north and we've got the alpine climate in the south. We've got Ruapehu right in the middle of the North Island, easy skiing. So much on our doorstep. Let's make the most of it.
Wonderful. Your enthusiasm is infectious. Thanks so much, Deb, for joining us this morning. Of course, before you set out on that trip, please do check any government restrictions at covid19.govt.nz. That is where the latest information is. And for more inspiration, visit Debbie Griffiths on Facebook and Instagram.